Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday. I'm currently filming this. It's been such a beautiful day in Lubbock, so I'm super excited to be sitting down and filming a video for y'all. I'm really, like I said this all the time, I'm really trying to get more into my YouTube videos this year, so fingers crossed that I can just stay on track. Speaking of staying on track, today I am sharing some tips to organization. The number one thing I'm always told is, how do you have your SHIT together? How do you do this and have time for this, and how do you do all of this? You know, from friends, family, girls that message me on Instagram, I'm always asked that question. So I do understand that I'm a little bit more organized than the typical college girl. So I just thought I would share some tips of mine and some stuff that I like to go by weekly. And yeah, just for organization. So if y'all are interested in learning, I have about 5 tips, then please just keep on watching. So I've got them all written down in my cute little Hustle notebook. So let's just start with the first. So the first is my more lengthy one, and that is to set weekly priorities. So what I'm speaking about is when you have to get an agenda, first of all. An agenda is very important, whether you prefer it to be like a Google Calendar, an app, or if you are old-fashioned like me and want like a physical planner, paper planner that you can get from Target, Erin Condren, whatever you want. So pretty much that's what I live by, and that's really what keeps me on track. It's probably the most important system I use, which I recommend. You have to get a system down that works best for you. I understand not everyone wants to write in a paper planner, but maybe your calendar on your phone or stuff like that. So I have multiple calendars. I have like a big desk one over here. I have a small one that I keep in my backpack, and then I also use a Google Calendar. So pretty much I mostly go off of the one that I like keep everywhere with me. And the first thing I recommend when doing that is write down your priorities. So with that being said, your priorities are stuff that isn't going to change each week. So I'll go in and first write those in, whether it's work 8 to 5. That's usually my hours, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Whether it's school, it's not like that's going to change. So I write in my class hours. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm in class 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., have a break, go back to school at 4 p.m. So that's that day. Those are the top priorities. Maybe there is a friend's birthday on Saturday that you can't miss. Maybe there is a meeting you have. Write those in. Those are the top priorities. Something that isn't going to get changed, write those in. Then go in with the next type priority, whether that's your workouts, your meal prepping days, your hours that you need to go grocery shopping or stuff like that. Then write those in. So what I like to do is I write in my workouts. So like, okay, I work 8 to 5. Do I want to work out before, after? Maybe Mondays and Wednesdays I'm working out after. I'm going to go at 5:45 to 6:45. Then you, if I have to go grocery shopping that week, I'll write that in. Wednesday, I need to do this at 3 p.m. Then you'll write those in, stuff that you really need to get done for the week, but you know, if it doesn't happen, it's not a huge deal. So I'll go in and write those. From there, I have pockets of time left. Some weeks I have none. Some weeks I have, you know, 3 hours open on a Wednesday, 5 hours open on a Saturday, stuff like that. Then you can either leave those open, you can fill them up with maybe more stuff you need to do. I typically like to leave those open. I like, you know, if I have a 3-hour break on Wednesday, I like to take that time to leave it clear. If something pops up that I need to do, you know, maybe I'm exhausted from the weekend. I need those 3 hours to just lay in bed and watch Netflix. Stuff like that. And then like Saturdays, I try and leave open for friends. So that's just kind of open for me to sleep in, to hang out with girlfriends, stuff like that. Sunday, you know, I'll write in church, and then it's from there. So setting your mindset like that helps so much with organization. And I know so many people that live by, you know, more the moment, or they are just kind of like, oh, I don't really live by a planner, but they forget things all the time. If you go in and write those top priorities, second priorities, third priorities, this is space that I have open for the week, you're going to be so much better organized. Okay, my second tip is to have notebooks everywhere. Again, this is the old-fashioned me. If you prefer your phone, I mean, that's great about having a phone, is you're always pretty much going to have it with you. So I'll take advantage of that notes section. Do those reminders, that app that's like reminders, stuff like that. For me, I have 100,000 notebooks. So like this one I keep at my desk. I've got this little like to-do list thing that I got for Christmas. I like to write just simple like Like recently I've been crossing things out. I had to like call the doctor. I had to turn in my defensive driving, Orange Theory. I had to sign up for Orange Theory. I had to print something out. I still need to call something, and I just crossed it. So like stuff like that, I like to do that way. Let's say something comes up and I need a little bit more space. I love having this. I have a smaller notebook in my backpack. I have a smaller notebook in my purse. So just having something to write down in case things come up, in case you have ideas. If you're like a business owner, that's really important because ideas pop up. My third tip is specifically awesome for students, but this also works if you are a business owner or work for a company. Have separate file folders on your computer. So I do this for my desktop computer as well as my laptop. And I wonder if I could even show y'all on this, but I do separate folders on a Mac. I know you can do them on everything, on every computer, but I do go in. So for instance, on this computer, I have a folder for school. I have a folder that's called AMS, which is for my blog. I have a folder for brand contracts and invoices. I have a folder for videos. I have a folder for like photos of the week. And I think that's it on that one. I think I have a couple more on my laptop, but doing that, one is going to organize everything you've got going on, everything you've got on your computer, stuff like that. I really recommend doing that because it's just is another way to just kind of set your mind straight. If you have multiple classes, do folders for them. If you know, are working on a project, do a folder for that. Maybe you have a future business idea, make a folder and start saving documents and saving templates for that on your computer. If you are at a job and maybe you do some stuff at home for that, create a specific folder for that. Helps your mind and it just gets you organized when you're looking for something, and it's all just in a folder. So I really recommend doing that to stay organized. Okay, my fourth tip is to set 1 hour every week. This is again when you're writing in your planner, to go ahead and mark it in, maybe if you're doing this early, but set 1 hour weekly to clean, organize, and plan. So I typically say this for Sundays. Sundays are like my days at home, unless I'm shooting. But so Sundays I will write in at least 1 hour. It usually is 2 hours because I like to take Sundays to clean my house and my room. So do that. You are going to feel so much more organized and clean and put together when your spaces are clean. If you have a wreck of a room, me half the time, take that hour once a week and clean your room. I love doing that. I love to clean my room, but it just takes a lot out of me to do it. But I always make sure I do it once a week. So clean your room, get your thoughts straight, take that hour once a week. You know, maybe your friends are, like I said, I'm catering this to college kids, so if you're older watching this, just ignore. If your friends are at a Darty on a Sunday maybe, or they are all going out to lunch, think about, I know, okay, well this is going to lead me into my second point, but just think about what you need to get done and how bad you need that hour to get clean. Maybe tell them you'll meet up with them later. So setting that hour to clean, organize, organize the folders on your thing, organize your closet, organize your clothes for the week, anything that's going to help you succeed better during the week. Take 1 hour once a week. Maybe it's a Wednesday that you need to do that. And then of course take that hour to also plan. So sit down. I love taking an hour to sit down, look at my week, plan things out, look at your calendar on your phone, plan things out, see again what you need to prioritize, and then fill in the rest. So like I said, what led me into my fifth tip that is the biggest thing for organization that I don't think a lot of men and women understand, especially when you're in college and you're 18 to 23, 24. The biggest tip I have for organization, which I've really learned over the years, is self-control, discipline, and saying no. So what I mean by that, self-control, having self-control, you have to be determined to become organized. You have to be determined to plan your weeks. You can't say it and then not do it. You have to get in that routine and that mindset. Okay, I'm going to sit down an hour a week. Okay, I'm going to do this a week. Okay, I'm going to remember to write everything that comes up in a week down in my planner and really plan ahead. You have to have that mindset, have to have that self-control to like sit down per night. You know, I know college is fun, and I struggled really bad my freshman year when I was in the midst of dorms and craziness, but I live in a house of girls now, and I'm still able to, you know, they're all watching TV, having fun together, and I'm like, I can't do that. I have too much going on. I have to sit and plan my week. Or, you know, maybe I'm planning my week, but they're all, you know, cooking, watching TV together, then I'll sit out there and plan my week with them. There's so many ways you can go around things, but you have to have that mindset that you're going to do it. So then discipline, that's pretty much the same thing. Just learning to say no, which is another one. If your friends are inviting you out, if you have stuff going on, maybe you need to write a post, you need to do something for school, learn to say no. You have to say no. Other times with friends will pop up. It's okay to miss one day with them. I know that's really difficult. I've become a pro at saying no personally. Sometimes I wish I would just say yes more because I want to live more in the moment. But learning to say no and really just finding those hours each week that work best for you to get your SHIT done, honestly. So so honestly, that's pretty much what I live by when I'm planning content and when I am planning my weeks. So I think I'm going to do another video about exactly how I plan my week just to show y'all, because it's a little bit intense and I know people are interested to see like how I do so much that I do. So give this video a thumbs up if you would like to see that, and if you enjoyed this video, let me know if these tips helped. I really hope they did. Like I said, the number one thing is just self-discipline and really just finding time to put your priorities straight. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have for this video. I also have a how I time block my life, because I go by time blocks during the week. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to be doing a blog post on that. So it is most likely probably up, but if not, it's coming to the blog within the next few days. So be on the lookout for that. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!